Dạ em thấy màn hình của anh Minh rồi ạ. Dạ.
Minh ơi, em phải unmute của mình.
Anh Minh ơi, anh unmute anh ơi. Dạ
Ok,
dạ. Dạ.
em có nhìn thấy màn hình anh share được không?
Dạ có, em thấy có màn hình của anh rồi ạ. Dạ.
Có màn hình đúng không?
Dạ được rồi ạ.
Thì anh nghĩ là cũng gọi là tạm ổn.
Dạ vâng, em thấy ok rồi ạ. Dạ. Chị Trân ơi, chị có cần share screen thử từ phía chị không chị?
Chắc chị upload cái file lên rồi.
Dạ.
Đợi chị chút xíu nha.
Dạ.
Trang ơi, anh vừa thử share cái slide đấy, thì
Dạ.
bên phía em có nhìn thấy slide không?
Dạ em có thấy ạ. Dạ em có thấy.
Ok.
Dạ.
Rồi thì anh stop sharing nhé.
Dạ vâng.
Trang ơi.
Dạ vâng, em nghe chị ơi. Dạ.
Chị đợi chị chút xíu nha.
Dạ.
Khi mà chị bấm upload cái file thì hình như là nó...
Dạ em thấy rồi đấy chị. Dạ.
Thấy không? Em
Thấy
thấy
rồi
không?
chị ạ. Dạ em thấy rồi.
Ok.
Dạ, mình sẽ start session trong 2 phút nữa chị nhé. Dạ.
Ok.
Dạ em cảm ơn chị. Good afternoon, students. So hope that you are all doing well today. My name is Chang, and I'm an internship and employment consultant from Hanoi campus. Welcome to the session from Lalamove. It is one of the sessions in the Recruitment Week workshop series. And now I think it's already 3 and 5 p.m. and I believe that more students will join our session today. So while waiting for your friend to join us with us, I have a small activity for you via Menti's. Link, can you please help me to share the Menti, please? Okay, so if you can see on the screen, you can go to Menti with the code 64035990, or you can use the QR code. In case that you cannot join Menti, please type your answer in the chat box, please. Okay, so the Menti activity will help us to collect some insight from you, and after that, the guest speaker can understand more about you and deliver the informative session. Okay, so here we start with the first question. What year of study are you in now? We have 40% of students coming from third year, and 18% from second year, 27% from alumni, and we have more alumni coming in, 33, and 8% from first year student. Okay, welcome to the session today. And now we move to the second question. What major are you in? So please help us to know more about you, about your course. Okay, so here we have logistics and ASEAN supply chain management. International business, welcome. And we have digital marketing. So if you can see on the screen, if we have chosen more answer with the same, so the word will become bigger, and we have a lot of students coming from logistics and supply chain management. And we have students from economic and finance as well, welcome. And we have students from logistics, tourism and hospitality, welcome. Digital marketing. Okay, so I think now it's our time to move to our main part today. And yeah, it's our pleasure to welcome our guest speaker today. Firstly, chị Nguyễn Phạm Bảo Trân, People Operation Manager, anh Hoàng Tuấn Minh, Business Development Manager. So in today's session, you will have a chance to understand more about Lalamove business recruiting plan in both Hanoi and Saigon, and especially a case study of 0 to 1 or 10 Lalamove truck delivery in Hanoi. Hope that you will enjoy the session today. Over to you, chị Trân ơi.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, chị.
So I think that my first part will, leading the role of the presentations today on behalf of Lalamove Vietnam.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so let me introduce you guys about Lalamove Vietnam. I'm not sure if you guys already heard about Lalamove business or you guys already got the interactions with Lalamove team in Vietnam, but today is like a good chance for us to interact with our MIT students and give you guys a quick introduction about Lalamove Vietnam and also how many offices do we have in Vietnam currently. Okay, then I think for my part, the agenda is quite simple. So we can share with you about the reasons why we are here, and then how we can start the business in Vietnam. Then the next will be our story in Vietnam and also our product so far. But I believe in terms of the product lines, and Min, the business development manager in Hanoi, could share with you guys more details and also give you insights in terms of the case study later on. And for the HR part, I think that the values and also the team, the culture, the working environment could also be a great part to share with you. Okay. Okay, so the first part, why we are here today. So on the screen right now that you can see the four main parts, also like four reasons why we exist in Vietnam. Also a quick overview about Lalamove services, fast and simple. Also how we cover, in the market all around the world, and how we can contribute and support our community, also like the driver community in Vietnam. So it's very simple for you that you can read on the screen right now, but I just want to put some notes about Lalamove. So as you know that Lalamove was born to make on-demand delivery possible for everyone at the touch of a button. It's very simple for you. You can download an app on App Store, even on the Google Play Store through Lalamove app. Then you can start and kick off, to use the app and then to make your delivery demands. So through a single app, that user can gain access to a wide fleet of delivery vehicles, 24 hours per day, and helped by the professional driver. So the common questions that I usually got from our candidates, that they usually question like, what is the difference between Lalamove delivery service and another delivery platform? Because besides Lalamove, I'm sure that you can see some assistance of the other delivery platform, the competitors in the market. So honestly, that I can share with you that the competition is inevitable, but staying on top of things is the most important for the Lalamove team. So I can share with you some way that we stand out. First, we can offer customizable options to our customer. Always ensure the best service that you can find in our driver and the high satisfaction level at the service quality. So we can deliver almost anything that you need. For example, small documents, flowers, birthday surprises, festive gifts, online shopping items, electronics, household appliances, or even furniture. So this is like a wide range of the offer services that we proudly present in the market today. And also like the most important thing I would like to note down, it's like we are a small team, but then very humble and make sure that all of our users are satisfied. So from my point of view, we can guarantee in terms of service quality, and also from the point of view of the HR person, I can guarantee also the candidate experience, especially once you join the company and then when you be with us and then be a part of our Lalamove team in Vietnam. Okay, then I think it's enough for this slide, and then would like to go next to the slide mission and the vision. Okay, so the mission of the company, as you can see on the screen right now, is to empower our local community by making delivery fast and simple. This is our current mission. I'm not sure about what will be the next 5-year mission, but today and then for the few years later, that we will be strict and then keen on this mission from the headquarters in Hong Kong. And below that you can see the vision of the company as well. So the vision, we developed the vision based on the mission that the company has committed to the market. So the vision of Lalamove is to make Lalamove synonymous with delivery. Okay, then let me tell you about our story in Vietnam with the next slide. Okay, so on the screen, you can see the milestone of the year that we already exist in the market, but on 2013, that we already launched the business of Lalamove. So I can say that this is the year that we established the business of Lalamove. I can say that global. And throughout the year, and you can see on the screen, there will be some milestone on 2014, 2015, 16, 17, 18, and 19. So I can tell you guys, this is a milestone relevant to each market development and also expansion. And 2020, we also launched Lalamove in US as well. This is like a very important part for us to make a move and then to have a very great milestone in the American market. And also on the next slide. Okay, then you can see details of each milestone on the screen right now. I will show you all of the details that you can find on each year. Okay, so there's a word I'm sure that you can read on the screen, that EasyVan. So I can tell you that EasyVan actually was the original business of Lalamove today. And then you can see in Ho Chi Minh City on 2017 that we first made a move in Vietnam by opening our first office in Vietnam, by opening also the office in Ho Chi Minh City. And 1 year later, that is the first opening of a Hanoi office. Yes. So how about the footprint right now in the market? Here you can see the symbol of each city and then also our assistance in each market as well. So proudly that we already opened for around 150 cities around the world, equivalent to 25 countries. And we're also offering different vehicle types to the market. For example, 2-wheel, 4-wheels. 2 wheels mean motorbike. 4 wheels means the car or maybe van and truck. And also the other customizable options as well. Okay. Okay, here's also the details about the other market like Latam in Mexico, Brazil, and India and USA. So infographic about Lalamove today is very easy for you to see on the screen. So our headquarters right now is based in Hong Kong, and we also have a very close interaction and also coordination with the headquarters in Hong Kong right now. Even myself and the management team in Vietnam, we also are working very closely with the headquarters in Hong Kong to ensure that all of the business operations are going smoothly. And yeah, and then also the other details that I think that you guys found it very interesting, like we are currently entering to the Series F of the investment. So $1.3 billion with more than 3 million drivers around the world. And we also acquired more than 28 million users currently. And very proudly to say that we already completed more than 90 million deliveries demand from the app and also to our customer. So regarding the HR and the workforce side, I can tell you that currently we have more than 4,000 employees around the world. And in Vietnam, currently we have more than 300, I can say that 300 people, 300 employees, including all types of employment with the 3 main offices in Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City, and Hai Phong. Okay, so very quick introduction about products, because I believe that Minh will share with you more details in terms of the product lines of Lalamove. But this is like the product cycle of Lalamove today. Driver apps and even web app, mobile app. What is the link between these 4, the 4 core image and symbol? I'm sure that Minh will answer your question and your inquiry in his part after that. Okay, so this is the very anticipating part that I would like to share with you about the core values of Lalamove. Based on my experience when I joined my previous company, the first thing I would like to know about the company was the core values. And my first impression when I interacted and I get to know about the core values of Lalamove, I can tell that the 4 core values of Lalamove are very, suitable and fit with the company vision and the mission as well. And I feel like I was attracted to our company core values. So what are they? Okay, so on the screen right now that you can see the 4 core values of Lalamove. The first one is passion, second one is grit, the third one is humility, and the last one will be execution. So how we can adapt and how we can deliver and perform these core values during our daily work and also the coordination among the company. So I would like to know that despite being spread all over the world from a different culture, for example, Vietnamese culture, Thai culture, or Singaporean culture, even Hong Kong culture, background and language spoken, but our core values are bind together as one company. Right now in Lalamove, we have the hashtag very popular these days, like One Lalamove. So from talent acquisition to the performance management, whether we decide someone is fit for a role or get promoted, we evaluate every talent on our core values. So the passion means that you can show your positive energy or proactive in learning and asking for work and act like founders when you're facing or making some challenges during daily work. And the second one is grit. So grit means that you never give up, even if you're facing a lot of challenges daily or even from the different department or teams. And the third part would be the humility. So how you can show, how you can deliver your humility at the team right now, then it means that you always believe that you can improve day by day. So from my point of view, I accept people first and making errors, but then how you can, stand up and then how you can improve your daily work is better to know and good to know. And the last one would be the execution. So it means that we always believe in solutions and not making excuses, and also like produce the result. And then you can tell a result-oriented team. So if the candidate, they can show us, the potential or tend to be relevant to these 4 core values, then I'm sure that you guys will be the next candidate or the next colleague of us in Lalamove Vietnam. Okay. Okay, so value to our user, I will also skip this part and then give it to Lin maybe to explain you guys later on his case study. But there will be the 3 F, person fulfillment, fast, and fantastic services. Okay, then value to our drivers will be the jobs. So we offering the jobs to the social community. And then give the respect to our driver community as well, and also give them the freedom to deliver and then to perform. Okay, so value to us will be 3 main points: the growth, stage, and the future. So to give you guys a quick details or maybe a quick overview about our business and also our founder. So here's a slide that you can see their faces. So Mr. Xin Zhao is currently our founder and CEO. So he's currently based in Hong Kong. And we also have the other co-founder, Matthew Tam, also based in Hong Kong as well. And here is the 4 leaders right now who also conducting the daily operation activities of Lalamove. So Xin Zhao from Hong Kong, Paulo even from Hong Kong as well. Flex Larson, who's currently in charge of the international market and currently playing the role of the head of international. And proudly to say and introduce you guys, Mr. Bạch Tuấn Anh, or you can call him James, who is currently the managing director of Vietnam, of Lalamove Vietnam. So James is currently based in Hanoi. Okay, so how about the internal team? How many departments do we have inside Lalamove Vietnam? So on the screen right now, but I can share with you the quick overview and then the department name that we currently have in Lalamove. The first one is the driver operation department. So this department will, will be responsible of managing the driver, acquiring new driver, even like how to increase and enhance the loyalty of a driver as well to ensure that their experience always the best with the Lalamove team. And then the second team and also the second department is business development. Business development, you can tell exactly the nature of business, right? So they will try to acquire new new clients. I would say that B2B side rather than B2C side. Okay. But we also very happy maybe to get more B2C side as well. But on the business development, that I believe Minh will show you more details about his department and team in Hanoi. And the third department will be marketing department as well. So they will do so many marketing campaigns. I'm sure when you're typing Lalamove on Google field search or even on Facebook, that you can see a lot of marketing campaigns and even the viral video clip. So they currently responsible for doing these tasks. And for the last three departments, you can see on the screen, accounting, customer service, and people operation. I would say that they are doing the role of the shared service team, because we have to deliver our service like the people team, like finance team, like CS team to different departments like around Vietnam in 3 cities as well, in Hanoi, in Ho Chi Minh City and Hải Phòng. So these are like the 6 main department of Lalamove. I believe that maybe when we expanding our business, then we can have more interesting department in the future. But I will save that part and then we'll share with you once you decide to join Lalamove. Okay, and how about the team traditions? Any activities, any engagement activities happened in Lalamove? So we already knew that the COVID situation has put a very big on hold for all company or even the team activities, and also like the business operation as well. But I'm very happily to committed to the team right now, that maybe in the next couple of months, when we when we manage the whole situation, that we will resume all of the traditions and the activities internally in Lalamove, at Lalamove Vietnam. So on the first photo that you can see, this is like the first team building that we organized at the beach. Then like also the chance for everyone to meet together and then to get to know together as well. And the second photo here, I believe that is the Women's Day, and also give the forum and then a room for everyone to share your selfie, then to have more activity and get more gifts from the company. And we also doing some working anniversary. We call it like workiversary. And we also offering a very good gift to our staff and our employee as well, in terms of their seniority level. Okay, And very interesting part that every Friday of the week that we will organize also the Happy Friday event. So it's very simple. Then we will, we will order some food, some juice, and then we can celebrate together and then have maybe small celebration and also conduct a mini games among the team. Events and activities for every public occasions or the national holidays. We will also have some mini games and also the communication plan to announce among the team. And then I'm sure that this is a good opportunity for the company to stay close and engage with our employees so far. I know that maybe we need to improve day by day and continuously, but luckily that right now we have a very young team, very young and prospective team right now in Lalamove. So I'm sure that the activities and events could be improved continuously right away in the next month. So let's keep in touch then. Okay, so this is my part, and hope you guys get enough information about Lalamove. So if you have any questions or if you have any inquiry, just let me know, or maybe let the organizing team know, then we can answer your question. Okay, thank you.
Hello. Hello.
Hello,
Thanks,
anh nghe.
Trân, for Thanks, Trân, for the introduction of Lalamove in Vietnam, and thanks, Trang, for handover. So my name is Minh. Currently, I work as business development manager for Hanoi. So for today, I would like to share with you a case study. Can anyone see the screen sharing?
Yes, I know. I can see the screen.
All right. So today I would like to share a case study of 0 to 1 or even 10 of Lalamove truck delivery in Hanoi. So as some of you might hear of a book called 0 to 1 by the famous Peter Thiel, that tells a story how to build a company from 0 to 1. So today I would like to take that similar theme to tell you a story of a Lalamove truck delivery, how it's born, and what are the struggles that we went through, and what are the solutions and what the lesson learned that we can share with you guys. And hopefully at the end of this sharing session, I really hope that you guys can take away some lesson learned, and that would be to prepare you guys for the future career. Like one day you become the business owner, you start your own business, or even you work for a tech startup company. So in order for us to move next, I will go through some of the contents I would like to share with you today. So before we go into the very detailed case study, I have two case studies here. One is 0 to 1, and next one is 1 to 10. Before that, I would like to give you some brief introduction and some of the information that you need to know beforehand, so you can understand more clearly about the case study. So first, of course, when we start business, right, we need to mention like why we started, what is the market potential. The next part I will share would like to share with you like how we start the Lalamove truck delivery in Vietnam, and what are the considerations, what come to our mind that make us to make a decision to open the Lalamove truck delivery in Vietnam. And next, there will be a two case study, the 0 to 1. Those represent the early days challenges, and what are the obstacles, how we overcome it, and what are some of the lessons learned that I would like to share with all you here. And the next chapter will be 1 to 10. So after the company is big enough, it thrive, it's ambitious, it want to grow bigger. And of course, when you grow bigger, you face more challenges. And what are the challenges and how we tackle it? And for the last part, I would like to share some of the my personal view of the future of Lalamove truck delivery in Vietnam. and also some of the information for BD careers at Lalamove Hanoi. So let me start with the first part first, the overview of truck delivery market in Hanoi. So today I would like to take a different approach. I would like to put you guys in the shoes of a manager, like to think like a manager. So of course, before truck delivery, what do we have? We have motorbike delivery launched in 2018, and it was an initial success. And then at that time, we thought about why don't we expand our business? We already have some initial success. So at that time, of course, if you are entrepreneur, what you need to do is to look at the market potential. You need to find whether it is potential. And of course, we have for consideration, we have done a lot of research, and we found out that number one, the truck delivery market in Hanoi is very fragmented. There's no market leader. But what does it mean? It means that, for example, I know some of you here are students and you live in nearby provinces. So every time a new semester you move to Hanoi, then you need to book a truck to move your stuff, right? And maybe one time you book Thành Hưng, and another time you book some nearby uncle driver at a nearby location. So every time you book a different one. So it means that there's no market leader. And why is that important? It's important. It means that we have a chance to become a market leader in that segment because no one is leader. Okay, that's number one. Secondly, of course, Hanoi has a huge market value. Do you know that every day we have 125,000 e-commerce orders placed every day? So when the e-commerce, they place the order, of course, they need the trucks to deliver those goods from this warehouse to that warehouse. So that's where we come in. And number three, empty trucks are everywhere. Why empty trucks are so important? You know that the core model of Lalamove is on-demand delivery, which is we using the sharing economy model. What does it mean? We need to make use of the empty truck, the free drivers, give them the job, right? At the same time, we don't need to own trucks, right? We partner with them. So when we see empty trucks, we see opportunities. And lastly, as recently, many of you might have heard of a term called Industrial Revolution 4.0, right? So of course, there's a new way of tech transformation. So this gives us opportunities for Lalamove to be tech companies and thrive in the logistic sectors. So these are four considerations that that come to our mind before we make a decision to open the truck delivery in Hanoi. Okay, so we already know the potential. So why we started? Three reasons. Number one, on-demand truck delivery is the future and helps to optimize empty trucks on the street. Second, we are famous for sharing economy model, and we already made multiple success in various countries and markets. Just now, Ms. Chen already shared with you that we are present at over 300 cities across the globe and over 10 countries. So we already have the success formula of the sharing economy model. And lastly, for Vietnam, we already have an initial success after launching the bike delivery. And of course, that proved the feasibility of on-demand express delivery in Vietnam. So with that in mind, we decided to open the truck delivery service in Vietnam. So how does we get started? Okay, so I would like to put you in the shoes of a manager, right? You already have a potential, you already know what to do, what to look for. But let's say you open a business, how do you get started? How do you start, right? So for sharing economy model, the very first question you need to think about is chicken or the egg. Supply or demand comes first, right? Okay, so before to answer this question, you need to understand what is supply and what is demand for a sharing economy model, and specifically for Lalamove. So supply means drivers, right? We have drivers, we partner with them. We don't own their trucks, but we partner with them. We help them to earn money. and they provide the service. So actually, the drivers are the service. Okay, some of the similar definition I know some of you might learn in some in macroeconomics. That okay, supply can be the material import for factories, right? But in our case, supply are drivers. Okay, so what is our demand? Demand is for us user of the delivery service. Those are the customers who pay the money for the service provided by the drivers. So my question here is, let's say if you are a manager, which one you go first? You focus on supply first, you invest supply, you recruit driver first, or you invest to find the customer first? This is one of the biggest questions. And of course, later I will share the answer with you, but I would like you to know that in order for us to find the right answer, it takes us like years, many years, and many trial and error in multiple markets. And finally, we have a formula, a success formula that we are very confident to keep going. So the answer for this question for the sharing economy model is always to start with supply first. Why is that so? Okay, so success model of Lalamove has been replicated from multiple markets. And we realized that oversupply is the core strategy at the beginning. The demand will come after when we acquire enough number of drivers and it acquire enough the supply. So why is that so? For Lalamove, we sell a product which is a service. So the service really relies on the drivers. Without drivers, no service, and no service, no one will pay for you, right? And no customers. So that's very simple. Number two, larger number of drivers will bring higher capabilities to provide faster delivery anywhere, anytime. And why is this important? Remember, our product to sell on-demand delivery. What is on-demand? Right, I think I'd like to walk you through some of the basics for the on-demand delivery. On-demand delivery means that if you are at even Hoàn Kiếm district, you are at the Dong Da district, you are at Long Biên, or even you are at Đông Anh district, at the same time, you open our app, you place an order, there will be immediately a nearby driver to take your orders. So that's mean on-demand, anywhere, anytime. You place order, there will be a nearby driver to take the orders. So how do we achieve that? Of course, we need a tremendous numbers of drivers everywhere. So that's why we need to not only need supply, but we need the supply to be overwhelming. And we call it the oversupply strategy. Okay, so next, of course, when we have drivers, we have a lot of drivers, then we can ensure our quality of the service. We can provide the service very fast. Anytime you book a delivery, there will be a driver showing up. So because of that, the customer will come after. So that's a very basic question. So now, right, you already have the principle. You already know about like what is the strategy. So that's the theory part. So how do you start a business? Of course, the next part is to think about where to put the people, right? How to make them work, choose the right people for the right position, structure them in a way that they can work efficiently. So I think the second question to think about, let's say you are a manager, you are assigned to open the service in Vietnam, you already have the success formula in theory. The next thing you need to think about how to structure your team, how to operate it efficiently in such a way that we will ensure that the highest chance for success. So here's come the how to operate. All right, so actually in real life, it will be more very complicated, but today I would like to sum it up, to streamline it into a very simple content that you guys can understand. So basically we have the three core teams for operation. Of course, behind it, there are more teams. They are back office, they are support team. But for today, for operation, I would like to mention the three core teams and their functions. So number one is business development. Just now, Chen shared with you that, okay, the BD team, they will go after the corporate clients, talk to them, understand the demand, persuade them to use the service, and try to retain them. Okay, the next team are driver operation. Actually, they are supply team. They go after the truck drivers. They maybe they go to street, they conduct some field campaigns to recruit the drivers. They onboard them, they give them the training, and also try to retain them. And lastly, we have a marketing team, also a demand team. They will go after non-corporate clients, retain them. Plus, they will take care of the branding campaigns. So basically, you can see our structure. We have a two core team. One is supply, which is the driver operation. The other one is the demand team. Demand team, there are two departments. One is the business development, and second is the marketing team. Each of them will take care of a different segment of the customers. One is the corporate client, and the other one are the personal users, small users. All right, so here, I think that you already have some of the brief introduction, some of the knowledge of our business model. First, you already know that we live by and we operate by the strategy called oversupply. And what's the meaning between the supply and demand for the sharing economy model? And second, you already know that how we operate, the basic structure that we can build a team. So here comes the next. So my question is it enough? You already have, you already know the strategy, the method, how to do it. You already have the right people for the right thing. So when you go into real work, real life, is it enough to build a success? Of course not. Every time when you start something, right, things will happen differently. Even though you have the success formula that inherited from other markets. But when you come to Vietnam, you come to Hanoi, things will change. Things will happen. So for here, I would like to share a case study of 0 to 1. So mentioning some of the early day challenges that we face, how we solve it, and after we solve it, what are the results? And from the result, what are the lessons learned that I think that you guys can take away for your future career and maybe can experience it. So of course, for those early days, remember just now I mentioned, we operate using oversupply. So we always go after the driver first, right? And we have two teams, one supply and one demand team. So of course, when we go after the drivers, what will happen is that the driver, they will feel that Lalamove doesn't provide enough orders and not enough for them to make a living at the beginning. So of course, they will leave. They will not stay with us. So number one obstacle that early day we have is that because we invest in truck driver first, and we find the demand after that, so some of the drivers, they feel that Lalamove cannot help them to make money. And because of that, they leave. And of course, when they leave, what will happen? When you place the order, it takes a longer time for you to have the driver to receive it. So it means that the customer will be unhappy. And when they're unhappy, what do they do? They complain, right? So second obstacle we are facing is that we have weak branding awareness. For Lalamove motorbike, of course, it is well known at that time, but for truck, it is quite new. So not many people know about it. And our branding also is easily mistaken with competitors. I believe that you see some of the branding of Lalamove and some of our competitors have the name that sounds similar to us. But rest assured that our name comes first because we are born in 2013. And the last obstacle that we have was low demand and negative complaints from the clients. All right, so these are the very big obstacle that we're facing. So how we solve it? So I would like to walk you through a process of thinking of a manager, how we solve it, and hopefully that you guys can learn something from here. All right, so first of all, we have a problem. We have a problem of very difficult to retain truck driver due to low number of orders during early days. So in our organization, we usually brainstorm, right? So what do we do when we face a problem? For us, when we face a problem, we break down the problem into many small parts. So you see here we have one part is it is difficult to retain the truck drivers. That's one part. The second part is low number of orders. It means that some of the driver complains that they cannot earn enough money and the number of orders they receive are too little. All right. So after we break down the problem, what do? We will brainstorm for the causes, for the root causes. And from the root causes, we will prioritize some of the causes. We don't need to solve all the causes. Maybe we need we only need to solve the causes that have the most impact, and the problem can be solved. So for this problem, what are the causes? Okay, so we go back to our data. In Lalamove, we record a lot of the data, both qualitative and quantitative. So qualitative are those surveys, and quantitative, we have an admin panel system to record every orders. And we have a customer relationship management software to measure the efficiency of the BD team. So we found out that seeing a truck driver on board, it takes BD team 1 week on average to find orders to satisfy the driver. Why is that a problem? It's too long, right? Since the day you sign up, 1 week later, you start to earn money. It's too long for the driver and they are not very patient. Second problem, we also realize that, okay, we don't know how many orders truck driver they want to deliver to make them happy and to make them stay with us. We don't have that kind of data yet, right? So here, one by one, I will show you how we solve the problems. For number one, first we ask ourselves, okay, what if a driver can receive orders immediately after they onboard? So from that what if, we start to think about how can we achieve that? And before that, we notice and we observe that the BD team and the driver operation team, they don't work together. They have different planning, different timeline, different areas to find drivers and customers. And that's the moment that we decide, okay, BD and ops team, they need to work together in planning and executing acquisition campaign, in finding drivers and customers. And the most importantly, they need to do it about the same time. And district by district, by small area, and not doing that, the whole market. For example, I give you some of the brief example that you can understand better. So let's say they want the operation team, they recruited 10 drivers in Hoàng Mai district. So immediately next day, they need to inform the BD team. So the BD team, they will know, and they will need to find enough customers in Hoàng Mai district to match the 10 drivers within 2 days. And of course, we need to do it day by day, right? We do it for this street in Hoàng Mai district. After like Trường Chinh street, we move to other street until we complete the whole district. And after we complete the demand and supply model for each district, we expand it district by district until we cover the whole Hanoi. And we don't do it by just do the whole Hanoi. We need to break it down. So that's the principle that how we work between the BD and the op teams at the beginnings. So this solved the first problem. It turns out that the result is that nowadays, when the driver on board, when they open the app, they immediately can receive the orders. They don't need to wait like those early days. Okay, for next, the problem. We don't know how to satisfy the driver because we don't know how much money they want to make. So very basic, we do the survey. We determine what is the average income of truck drivers. And from there, we do some calculation. We derive the number of orders per day per driver they want to take to achieve the average income. And from there, we sum up the total number of orders per day. And this is the KPI that we need to set for the BD team daily, weekly, and monthly. And from there, we know what we are aiming for. So this is how we solve the first problem. So second, we have another problem at those early days. We have weak branding awareness and easily mistaken for competitors. So similarly, we will find the causes. What are the root causes? So for bike delivery, we found out that drivers need to wear a Lalamove uniform. But for truck drivers, right, even they wear the uniform, they are inside the truck. The customer cannot see the Lalamove uniform, right? And also there's no branding on their trucks. So then we start to think, okay, what if, we have a question, what if we can make all the trucks have Lalamove branding? And even with those not recruited by us, it means that every truck, doesn't matter that we recruit them or not, they will have Lalamove branding. And that's the birth of the Lala sticker campaign in Hanoi. That we start to reward all the driver, that we offer them a package. Let's say if you paste the sticker, Lalamove sticker on your truck, you will earn this certain amount of money monthly, like a passive income. So we go everywhere. So the result is, so here's some of the example, like how we paint the truck orange in the whole city. We paste the sticker everywhere. I believe that some of you might see this truck traveling on the street, right? If you don't see it, you can go to Hoàng Mai district. You just go wander around. You will see a truck. I'm quite pretty sure that you will see the Lalamove branding. Whenever you see a truck in Hoàng Mai district, it will have the Lalamove branding. So that's a success of our campaigns. So with that in mind, what are the results? So the result was that after the first 3 months, we acquired successfully 5 core district demand and supply. It takes us 1 month to complete the 3rd district, but it takes us only 2 months to complete the remaining 4 districts. So it means that we already have the success formula. We already know how to work between the BD team and the driver operation team. Secondly, the customer survey indicated that the truck sticker is the #1 source of inbound customer. What does it mean? It means that when a customer know about Lalamove, they know about it through the truck sticker. It's indicate that it's a success for the branding, right? Usually the customer know about you because of the Facebook ads, because of some posts you post online. But here in our case, the customer know about us because of the truck stickers. So it shows how much success of this campaign. And lastly, our driver retention rate ×3 after 5 months. So this is a result of those early days struggle and the solution that we offer. So what does it mean to all of you guys? Here I sum up some of the lessons learned. I believe that some of you here might be the business owner in the future, or you might be an employee or even a leader, a manager for a startup company. And I think that these are the very valuable lessons learned that you guys can take away. So for early startup at the 0 to 1 stage, what does it mean by 0 to 1? 0 to 1 is mean that you grow from nothing to something. You need to consider the following. Number 1, if you start a business in sharing economy, oversupply strategy is always a way to go. And this is proven. Second, demand and supply team always need to work together. And not only work together, they need to do it together and define the winning metrics. Like just now I shared with you how to make the driver happy, right? If we don't know what is the winning metric to make the driver happy, we can never make them happy. In our case, we determine what is the average income and how much money the driver want to earn. And from there, we push our sales team to find enough customers to satisfy our drivers. So that's one of our winning metrics. And for any companies, for any job you do, you need to define the winning metrics. With that winning metrics, you go nowhere, no direction. And the third thing I want to share is that when you do something big, don't approach it in the big way. You need to be very sturdy, right? The whole team needs to achieve accumulated small proven success before going all out. It means that we don't go for Hanoi first, right? We go for Hoàng Mai, right? We not even go for Hoàng Mai, we go for Trường Trinh Street in Hoàng Mai district. After we master it, then we move on to another street of that district. And after we complete Hoàng Mai district, we go for Hoàn Kiếm district, we go for Đống Đa, Cầu Giấy, then complete the whole Hanoi. So that's how we do it. We don't do it by like going all out. It's very risky. And last advice, always follow the following method. And I believe that some of you might already learn at school. Always plan, right? After you plan, you execute. And the most important thing, you execute, you don't stop. You must continue to review. And after you review, you iterate the process until you achieve a successful operation model. And those are the advice for those that have the plan to open an early startup, or want to work for early startup, or want to understand how the early startup need to think. All right, so moving on. I think I will move it fast a bit because I think I don't have enough time. So next one, I would like to share with you a case study of a company at the stage from 1 to 10. So just now I share with you, we grow from 0 to 1, right? From nothing to something. Now we want to grow from something small to something very big. And one of the biggest challenges that we faced was COVID lockdown last year in Hanoi. So what are the challenges? How we solve it? What are the results? What are the reward? And what are the lessons learned for you guys? So here come the challenges. So remember, this is the street in Hanoi last year. I remember it was July. We have the first news of COVID breakout. And after that, Hanoi was locked down for the whole 2 months in the mid 2021. So what's the problem? The problem is that because we are locked down, so the supply chain network slowed down, and it caused the demand of truck delivery to plunge. It means to go down, to collapse, because no one can produce food, no one can travel on the street, no one can buy things, right? You cannot go to the restaurant, you need to order the food. So the truck delivery, they don't need the truck because the restaurant, there's no more restaurant closed down. And because they don't need to deliver the truck, so of course the truck demand is going down. And of course, at that time, in order for you to go outside, you need a permit, right? That permit is called giấy đi đường, and only certain vehicle with permit can go on street. So that we face a very big challenge, because why? We are the company that relying on the vehicle going on the street. And if the street is blocked, how do we operate, right? How do we survive? So here comes the problem and solution. So number one, we have the first problem here. The truck delivery demand plunge. It means it collapsed due to supply chain network slowdown. So we break it down. Okay, the demand gone, and the supply chain network slowed down. So what are the causes? Number one, we noticed. Okay, we do some survey. We immediately call all the customers. We ask them how are they? Do they doing well? With the COVID lockdown, anything happened to them, or do they have to have any plan to move to other business sector? So we found out from the survey result, we found out that some of the customers selling non-essential goods cannot operate during lockdown due to the law. Second, when we read newspaper, we also have a lot of information. So at that time, the government, they imposed this restriction for vehicle to go on street. And many others competitors of us cannot operate. So for the first root causes, what do we do? It's very simple, right? Non-essential goods cannot operate, so it means that essential goods can work. So immediately we switch the focus of the whole team to go after delivery demand of essential goods, such as grocery, supermarket, medicine, materials for manufacturing, right? At the time, you guys cannot go to supermarket to shop, but you can order the food from a supermarket. So from there, we approach the supermarket, provide them the service, ask them that we have the capability to do it and have enough requirement to meet the requirement of the government. So it's where the things start to go. Okay, second problem. I think this is a bigger problem. The government doesn't allow vehicle to go on street. So what do? We ask ourselves at the time, similar. we ask a what if question again. What if Lalamove become exclusive delivery service in Hanoi? Why other competitors cannot operate? So we think about it. We do not treat it as a very difficult circumstances. We treat it as the golden opportunities only appear once in a while. What if we can do it while others cannot? We will become something like monopoly, like everyone will know about it. So the biggest question is how? How can we achieve it? So immediately we reach out to the root cause. So the root cause is the government, right? The government who is the one that give the restriction rule. So we immediately contact the local authorities to find out how can we operate during the lockdown. So finally, we get our answer. We need to apply the permit and prepare the documents for the drivers so they can prepare well to work on the street. And immediately after that, we quickly communicate and educate our drivers to prepare the required docs and permit. And this is to ensure that Lalamove has the largest group of drivers ready to operate in the market and win all the competitors. And what are the results? Okay, for the result, I would like to share with you later. So that was the first problem. The second problem is that because of the lockdown, we have a shortage of drivers. And the authorities' restriction also plays a role here. So what is the root cause? All right, again, we do a survey. We take the qualitative data, right, by calling driver, ask them a few questions, and we found out that a large group of the worried driver, they stay at home, even though they have the required permit, right? So how do we do? How do we encourage them to stay at the job? At this time, we use a technology advance. We deploy something called dynamic pricing. Okay, for those of you who do not, what is the dynamic pricing? Dynamic pricing means that it is the algorithm to auto adjust the pricing dependent on the driver response rate. So basically, it accommodates the demand and the supply rule, right? So when the high demand, low supply, the price higher, right? And vice versa. So similar to the macroeconomics, right, lesson. So this will encourage the driver to take orders and maximize the order fulfillment rate. And why order fulfillment rate? Order fulfillment rate means that this is the winning metric to measure whether our service is quality. So by deploying dynamic pricing, we push the driver, we encourage them to take the job, go to the street, and not only deploy dynamic pricing, we also allow one driver to take more orders at one trip. So this will maximize their capabilities because we have less drivers and we have many orders. So what if a driver now can receive more orders than before? All right, so here's in the app, this is some of the photos that we show that this is the surcharge. This is the dynamic pricing surcharge. All right, so with that, all the solution that we offer, what are the results? What were the results? So of course, our truck delivery demand peaked during COVID lockdown. So it means that it's even higher than other seasons. During COVID lockdown, our demand is 5 times. We skyrocketed. We earned so much revenue. And at the same time, Lalamove became exclusive delivery partner during COVID lockdown. And our new flow of customer converted times 5. And lastly, when we ask this customer about like how do they know about Lalamove, and a lot of them indicate that they know about Lalamove by word of mouth, by friends referral. What does it mean? This is the most effective result of a marketing campaign can achieve. This is the best method to market your product. People talk about you, right? People, because Lalamove is so good, they can operate during the COVID lockdown, and people start to notice, okay, Lalamove truck now is something more famous, and they recommend each other to use. So this is the result that we achieved after the COVID lockdown. Okay, so what does this all mean to you guys? Here comes the lesson learned number 2. And I think that this is a key experience. I believe this is the real world experience and very practical lesson learned that you guys can apply in the future career or for your future business. So for the companies at the 1 to 10 stage are trying to become bigger and bigger, they need to consider the followings. Number one, we need always to react fast to changing circumstances in the market, right? You need to stay alert, right? You need to read the news. You need to talk to people. You need to find a way to talk and spy your competitors. That's how we do it. And we need to even know the government, right? To know what is coming up next. And you need to be very good at the connection building rapport with the strangers. Secondly, you need to have a keen eye for opportunities to become exclusive. Why? Because this is one of the strongest unique selling points. Not everyone can do, but you can do it. It means you win. And lastly, try to create word of mouth effect by ensuring service quality level, even when facing the most difficult challenges. And that's what we do, right? We create the dynamic pricing. We encourage the driver, even though they are very worried, even though they have the permit, but they don't want to go to the street. So we use the dynamic pricing to encourage them to make sure that the customer, they have the best service quality. And because of that, the customers start to notice us and recommend us to others. And that creates a word of mouth effect. So with that in mind, I would like to move to other part, to the next class. So we move from 0 to 1, and we move 1 to 10. So currently, what is the future for Lalamove truck delivery in Vietnam? For the future, we always strive to optimize our service to bring the best delivery to our clients by providing many services to serve many demands. So currently in our portfolio, we have motorbike delivery for 1 hour, express delivery, and we have a truck delivery at different truck tons. We have a 500 kg truck, 1 ton, 2 ton, 3.5 ton trucks. So we are continue to expand our portfolio further. Next, we will expand our service to our other regions in Vietnam. Currently in Vietnam, we have Ho Chi Minh City, we have Hanoi, we have Hai Phong, but we will not limit ourselves at those cities. We may continue to expand, maybe to Bắc Ninh, to Hưng Yên, to Quảng Ninh, or even to the middle part of Vietnam. So that's our vision for Vietnam. And also we will try, do the best to become the #1 delivery service, truck delivery service for both intra-city and intercity in Vietnam. Intra-city means travel within the city. Intercity means delivery of truck between provinces, like from Hanoi to Saigon, from Hanoi to Hai Phong, from Hai Phong to Bắc Ninh, from Bắc Ninh to Quảng Ninh. Okay. So for the last part, I would like to share some of the information for the BD careers path at Lalamove Hanoi. Because currently, a bit about myself, I work as a BD manager for Hanoi, and I take care of all of the business activity as well all the KPI for the sales team. So how do I structure my team? So basically, for BD careers, you will go, some of you here in the future, maybe you will end up in some intern position in Lalamove at BD team. You will have 2 options. One is BD intern, and second will be account management intern. So what is the difference? BD means business development, means that you go after new client, right? So every time you need to talk to new people, you need to meet the new client, persuade them to sign the contract, to do the trial run, to persuade them to use it for the long run. For account management, it is similar, just that you only care the old customer, you care the existing customer. You don't need to find a new clients, right? So BD is for someone very extrovert, they want to go out, they want to meet new people. Account management is for someone very dedicated, they want to meet the old people, they want to make the connection between Lalamove and the customer become deeper and long-term relationship. So of course, as an intern, you will learn a lot you will have 2-week training, intensive training. After that, you will have the on-job training, and you will have a KPI. But the KPI here, I think it will be less than the full-time. So I think it is stressful, but it is meaningful. And next, moving up the career ladder in the BD team. One day you will be promoted, and there will be opening for the executive full-time position, and you will become either BD executive or account management executive. And of course, you will have a chance to become the senior in the future. So what the difference? The difference here, you need to maintain a good commitment. You will have a higher KPI. Of course, you will have a high income. You will have commissions. You might have a bonus. If you are doing your job well and you bring a lot of revenue to the company. So I think these two are quite similar to the intern, just that it's at another level. For senior position, I think that is for those people who really want to learn new things and challenges. Like, let's say if you are BD for a while and you want to do something new, you want to learn something at the higher level, like how to manage people, how to build a system, how to build a procedure, how to create a new campaigns, a new product for the new service. So that's where you enjoy the senior, and the senior are those that need to take extra responsibility. Besides their job, they need to do project, they need to receive extra tasks, and they need to prove that they have some value quality, just like Chen shared just now. And then, of course, if you are good enough, you are persistent, you have all the values, you have the track record, you have and also there's an opening, then maybe one day you will be promoted to BD leader or account management leader, where you directly manage people below you and you are responsible for the KPI of the whole group. Then, of course, after that, there can be the BDM, which is my current position, that you manage all aspects of the BD team to make sure that all the clients are happy, all the procedure, all the SOP are followed by your employees, and make sure that your employees to be the most effective in working. All right, so with BD Careers sharing at Lalamu Hanoi, I would like to end my sharing some of the case study, and hopefully that you guys can learn a bit or have a glimpse or taste of how the tech startup people to think, how do we solve the problem, and what are the current problems that we have. And we're very happy if we have you to join us together, we can solve a bigger problem. And of course, after we solve the bigger problem, we have a bigger reward in the future. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you a lot, Anh Minh and Chị Chen, for your, informative sharing. And now I think it's time for us to move to the main session, the really interesting session, the Q&A session. So actually on the chat box, I can see that Chị Chen already answered some questions from our student. And via the registration form, we have collected some information on the screen. So yeah, so can you please help us to answer the question? So we start with the question number 1. Do I need to have experience related to logistics to work at Lalamove? So I think this question can be answered by Chị Chen. Chị Chen ơi, you on mute. Please unmute yourself.
Okay. I wonder if you still remember about the 4 core values that I shared with you earlier in my part, right? So based on the core values of a Lalamove, like passion, creativity, humility, and execution, we always do the candidate evaluation based on the application as well. So to answer this question, I would say that we do prefer the candidate who already had experience related to logistic industry, but actually that we still open the vacancy for the other candidates from the other industry as well. So always remember our core values, and if you can show deliver your skill set and maybe the competencies relevant to these core values, then you will be a part of Lalamove team.
Yeah, thanks a lot, teacher, for your sharing. So for our students, please remember that there are a lot of opportunities in Lalamove, both from Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City as well. So please kindly check the opening position in Lalamove website. Yeah. And now we move to question number 2. What is the most important requirement for the procurement employee?
So I guess that I will answer this question as well.
Yeah, it's a detailed question, yeah.
Okay, so related to procurement field and also like sectors, I would say that the most important requirement for the candidate, we will assess the potential and even like your levels of skill set at the moment regarding the negotiation skills and also the other skill as well, like problem solving and communication, even presentation as well. Based on the case study that we will offer the candidate during the interview. So after the interview that we will do the evaluation, then based on the skill set that I mentioned earlier, then we'll give you the feedback. And yes, and these are the most important requirements for procurement employees.
Yeah, thanks a lot, chị ơi. And we have question number 3. How does Lalamove build a job promotion framework?
Okay. also my part as well.
Yes. They care a lot about opportunity in Lalamove,
Thanks to you. For the job promotion framework, actually that we have the in-cycle like in-cycle promotion, which will be held at the end of February each year. Then there will be some off-cycle, but beside the condition of the off-cycle promotion, that you must show your outstanding performance and even any outstanding initiative or any outstanding project that you deliver to the company, then you will get the promotion proposal from the line manager endorsed by the people operation manager, which is myself. Then we'll get the approval from the headquarter team as well. So job promotion framework we do have, but it must be aligned with the in-cycle procedures in the company at the moment. Okay, so I think that I will answer the 4th question and the 5th question as well. How will my supervisor evaluate my performance? Are there specific metrics I can see? I just input my part here from the perspective of the HR team. And then in terms of a technical side, I believe that Min will share with you how he can evaluate his employee performance. But currently that we do have a scheme and even a system to record and then to track the progress of the daily task and results of each member of the team. So for sure, the supervisor will assess or maybe evaluate your performance based on the data, which will be recorded on the system. And specific metrics will be based on the technical side. For example, DOP will have a different metrics with the PD team, also different to the HR team as well. But before I leave the part to Min, I will also answer the 5th question. Can you describe your organizational culture? I would say that our culture is very open. We also, encourage people, AKA young talent, to contribute their ideas, to offer, and then to start to have some creative ideas as well to improve the current business operational activities. So open for people to perform, to shine, and then to develop inside the company. So that's my part. So I think that Min can, have some sharing about the 4th question.
Yeah. So for the BD team, how I evaluate the performance of employee, I will look into two parts. 70% will come from the result. So the BD team, the result means your KPI, the revenue you bring back for the company, and some of the supporting metrics. Like we measure the number of the new customer you generate every month, the number of new first-time order you have the customer to place, and also the number of the big corporate deal that you sign a contract with. So those are some of the KPI that you will have a monthly KPI. And at the end of the year, every 6 months, we have the performance review. It's where we review all the KPI in the last few months. Yeah. And for that part, it plays 70% of the evolution. And for the remaining 30%, I will look into the core values. And for the core values, Trần just shared at the beginning, we have a framework to rank each value, like from 1 star to 4 star, and 4 star, which is the highest. Even for me, I find it difficult sometimes to maintain the 4 star values because it is quite difficult, very challenging. But it's where you will shine, your inner capability will shine, beside your knowledge, your work skill set. So basically, I think that we evaluate employee performance is quite comprehensive. We evaluate the result they work and how they work, how they behave. And I believe that if you follow the core value, there's a chance that you will achieve a very high result. So that's how BD team, for us, how we see the performance.
Yeah. I just wondered, so based on your sharing, so you have two KPI. The one is a financial KPI and the other is non-financial KPIs. So yeah, so for your team, so can you share a little bit more about the non-financial KPI? Is it related to the core value of the company, or is it related to, like, you know, something to support the financial KPI?
Okay, for the financial KPI, we have the main KPI, which is the revenue, but we have the supporting one, which indicate your activities every day. Do you perform enough activities? Like for sales, we have some standard operation procedure, and if you follow it, you do, and you acquire enough number of the clients, the higher chance that you can get the revenue KPI. Yeah. And beside the KPI, we have the ranking, the non-financial one for the core values. That will reflect through your action every day, through how you propose a problem, or how you react to some of the difficult situation. Or do you follow the procedure? Do you are you disciplinary? And are you accountable for what you do? And are you creative? Are you data driven? There's a lot of I think that if there's a chance that we might have a detailed sharing about our core value, because just now Trần only shared the brief version, but for the detailed version, there are like 16 different characteristics we look at. So it's quite a lot to share.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Anh ơi. I think, you know, we have one more question from Linh. I think she's quite, you know, she's quite interested in the opportunity in Lalamove. She asked about, can I ask about Lalamove next move after COVID-19, especially when the national border situation is quite complicated? I think it's quite like economic question. Yeah.
Sure. I think Linh has a very good question, and it's very on point now. It means that Linh really follows the current situation at the China-Vietnam border now. Yeah, of course, now we have some issue with the national border between China and Vietnam, because China, they still follow the zero COVID policy. It means that no one can get out of China, and the goods cannot get out of China. The import from China recently has stagnant for 2 months. So it means that less goods means less delivery, less truck deliveries. Yeah. So how we solve it? Of course, we will need to move to other sectors like not very dependent on the goods import from China. We have plenty of them. We have supermarket, we have grocery, we have medicine, we have furniture, wooden furniture produced in specifically in Vietnam, and we have plenty of F&B shop house and restaurant that they can produce their own product in Vietnam. So with that, it's one of the strategy, and the second strategy that we go for is API. Currently, we already integrate with a lot of API platforms, and that's one of the scope of the BD team also. And for API, the order will be automated, placed in our system, so it can guarantee a long-term demand without dependence on the China import goods. So that's my answer for your question, Link's question.
I think yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks
a lot. Yeah, thanks a lot, anh Linh and chị Xuân. So for students, if you still have any question, please unmute yourself, or you can type in the chat box. I will leave for 10 more seconds for you to unmute yourself or type in the chat box. I think we have one more question from Vân. I want to ask that what are the values of working at Lalamove can offer to you? I think that's for anh Minh.
Okay, you mean like when I work in Lalamove, yeah. What's the value that benefits for me?
Yes.
Okay, I think it's a good question. Right? Yeah. I'm in a position that I meet up with all the BD team members every day. I have in the position also to meet with a lot of corporate big clients. And but I think I would like to share more about what Lalamove values bring up to you. Let's say you are a BD executive. Number one, I think is an opportunity for learning. In any companies, when you join, you will learn, of course. But for Lalamove, I think the way of learning is a bit different. You not only learn by theory, you learn by doing the job. For BD team, you need to have the on-job training, and from there you will learn. Also, we will have some session. It's called a 30-30 review. It means that every 30 days, your leader or your manager need to conduct a 30 minutes catch-up. So it's where things are getting more excited because you get a chance to talk to your leader, you present to them your problem or your solution, and you get the advice real time every month. So I think it's where that it can boost your knowledge and your skill set very further if you active. That's a learning opportunity. And the second opportunity is that here in Lalamove, we empower people. What does it mean? Like for my team, let's say if you're a long-time BD executive and you have proven yourself that you have the good skill set, you can do your everyday job very well. And it is a time for us to give you opportunity to learn more. Let's say I have some employee work for me like 2 years. Last time he was a fresh graduate, but recently I give them more opportunities. Like I have a lot of project to give him, like how to build a procedure, how to open a new business in Haiphong, something like that. So from the high level task, you will gain more experience, you gain more credibility for your future portfolio. So that's number 2. Number 3, because Lalamove is MNC. So whatever you learn here doesn't reflect the only experience of the company in a market. It is a multiple market accumulated knowledge. That with that knowledge, you go anywhere after Lalamove or other markets, it still can apply. Right, so there are 3 key, I think, learning values for all of you. Yep. One is the on-job training, catch up with the leader. Second is a new opportunity to grow bigger in terms of your skill. And lastly is a chance to tap into the multinational pool of knowledge shared between the countries.
Thanks a lot, anh ơi. Yeah, I think I think it's already 4:30, and I think it's our time for us to answer the last question. Can I ask about how important is the GPA in the CV screening round? I think that's question for teacher.
Okay, so under the point of view of recruiters, I would say that the JPO could be a great criteria that we will refer to, but beside the GPA, there will be other criteria that we still we will put our considerations in recruiting that talent. For example, activities or any extracurricular activities, any additional certificates in terms of soft skills, or any social activity as well. So I would say that we would looking for a proactive candidate to be part of Lalamove beside also their GPA. So I believe that my question can answer your inquiry. So.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, teacher. And by the way, students, if you have a look at our slide, you can see lots of opportunity from Lalamove both in Saigon and Hanoi. So if you are interested in any opportunity in Lalamove, just let us know, or you can, drop an email to Lalamove. And thanks a lot for your, for your time today, and very, very, interesting sharings. And we totally believe that our students enjoy the session today. And for our students, please remember that we have upcoming session tomorrow and the networking session with Lalamove as well. So yeah, thanks a lot for your time. Thanks a lot.
You.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.